Evening guys, sorry if you can hear a really loud noise, my boiler just kicks in every now and again, so if you hear the loud like rumbling noise, that's what it is. Today, as you can see, I have got my mixer out, so I'm going to be baking some Fairy Cupcakes for you. So I thought I'd show you how I do that. I've already pre-weighed everything out just to make this a little bit easier, so the video is not too long, and plus it makes it a little bit easier on me because I can just chuck it in step by step and it's done. But yeah, so we're going to make some Fairy Cupcakes today. I absolutely love baking. I'm trying to bake at least twice a month, so with this channel you're going to be getting 2 baking videos a month, which I think is great because then everybody can join in and bake as well. And let me know in the comments below if you do this recipe. It is also on the blog, which there is a link to my blog down below, so you can go and see the recipe and then you can try it out yourself maybe. So let me know if you do. Also, what I didn't say in my previous video, or a couple of videos, all my links to blog, social media and stuff like that is always going to be down in the description box, so you can check me out on Instagram and things like that, so you can see a little behind the scenes when it comes to videos, etc. So yeah, wow, let's get baking. So all you need for this recipe is 115 grams of self-raising flour, 115 grams of caster sugar, 115 grams of unsalted butter and 2 eggs. That is literally all you need for this recipe. So the first thing you put in, before I forget as well, the first thing to do is obviously preheat your oven to 180 degrees or gas mark 4 depending on what sort of cooker you have. I have an electric cooker, so mine is at 180 degrees. You then obviously put your cupcake cases in a muffin tray so that it's all ready for when you've mixed. But the first thing to do, step number 1, is to put the butter and the caster sugar into the mixing bowl. So that's the sugar and the butter. Then I will add the cupcake whisk thingy, put it down, and you mix this until pale and fluffy. Now I usually mix this on number 1, so let's get mixing. The next step is to add the eggs, so we'll add 1. It says to gradually add the eggs, beating well after each addition, so we'll put in 1. So there is 1 egg. Make sure you don't get any of the shell in. So then put this down and just mix that 1 egg in. And once that one is added in, it goes a bit mushy, but that's okay. Excuse me. Then we add the second egg. Making sure you don't get any of the shell in, which I'm quite lucky I didn't get any shell in that because that egg kind of broke weird. And then we just mix in the eggs. the egg has mixed together. It does look a bit weird when it's first mixed together because that's the flour's not in there yet. So then we add the flour. You can sift it beforehand or you can just add it and mix it in. It does say in the recipe book to use a metal spoon, but obviously because I'm using my mixer I don't have to use a metal spoon, but obviously if you don't have a mixer to hand or anything then you can use a metal spoon. So let's get mixing this in. So the next thing is then, once it's all completely mixed together, take a tablespoon of mix and just put it in each of the cupcakes. Then put the cupcakes into the oven and bake them for 20 minutes. So now it's time to ice the cupcakes. As you can see, I've already weighed out the icing sugar, which is 200 grams. Now I am about to add 2 tablespoons of lukewarm water. 1 and 2. So what I'll do now with my wooden spoon, I will mix this together. Sometimes I think you need a little bit more water sometimes. So I might need to stick another tablespoon in, which I'm going to do now. So all in all, I have added 3 tablespoons of water so far, which now I think is too much. Together until it's a nice smooth paste. This might look a bit runny, but in the recipe book it does actually look like it's runny. It's not like normal icing where you put it in a piping bag and squeeze it out like that. It does actually look like it is like a paste. So this is nice and runny. Now this part is optional. You don't have to add food colouring, but I am going to add food colouring. So what I'm using red food colouring because on there the icing is pink and I like to follow recipe. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my little teaspoon. This is a 1/4 teaspoon, so it's 1.25 mils. And I'm just going to do 1 drop of this. So I'm going to do 1/4 teaspoon of red food colouring because I want it to be pink, not red. Hopefully this will turn pink and not red. I can never get food colouring right, so we shall see how this turns out. And it's red, as you can see. that's okay. Mixed together. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this over the sink and get the cupcakes ready to be iced. So now I'm going to use, I have a half a teaspoon little measuring thing, which is 2.5 mils, and I'm going to put half a teaspoon on each cupcake until I've used all the icing. There we have it, all beautifully decorated. We have some with little roses, some with big roses, and then we got some with a yellow flower and a rose and just the yellow flowers. And that is how we bake the fairy cakes and do the icing. I think I've done the icing a bit too runny, but then I've never been able to just get icing sugar right, but I'm sure through me baking some more then I will finally learn how to do it, hopefully. So yeah, there they are. And that is today's baking video for you. I hope you really enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Also, this baking recipe is on my blog, which is down in the description box. So if you do want to try out this recipe, just go over to my blog and I'm sure you can save it or screenshot it or whatever, and that way then you can follow the recipe. I don't, like I said in the previous clip as I was showing you the cakes, I'm sure as I go along I will get the hang of making icing. Icing has always been one of those things where I need to learn a little bit more just to get it perfect. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, as these videos go up, my icing will progress and improve. So hopefully it'll be a learning curve for all of us. But yeah, next recipe will be whatever recipe is next in my recipe book, which I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm going to leave that as a surprise for you guys. And as I said, all links are in the description box, so my Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all those are down in the description box, so if you want to give it a follow and see some behind the scenes things and just what I get up to in between, you carry on, you do what you like at the end of the day. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time, so bye!